Hi, I'm Erin, and this is Our Wyoming Life.
Today is not the final day in lettuce production. We're still not eating lettuce, and no lettuce is for sale. But today is the final step in the seedling production cycle. Today, Erin will transplant 206 heads of lettuce into the tunnel. The seedlings are healthy and hardy and ready to begin growing with vigor. Hopefully soon, they will be visiting our dinner table. You know, for quality control purposes.
Today I'm transplanting our lettuce seedlings into the ground in the high tunnel. Transplanting always feels to me like the completion of one journey and the beginning of another journey. I love planting. It's the reward for successfully growing a seed into a plant that's healthy enough to be put into the ground. Now it's going to have the space, sunshine, and nutrients that it needs to grow to its full potential. Hopefully that full potential will be delicious, tender, and abundant. First thing that I want to do is mark out my rows. Last time I was in the tunnel, Mike and I figured out that I have space for 3 rows that are 13 inches apart. And we'll go ahead and mark off my spacing at each end. Once again, I'm going to run the stirrup hoe through the bed to loosen the soil. Some garden stakes and some bright pink string are the next tools that I need. I always find it necessary to string the rows, especially when they get to be about more than 10 foot long. I never can make a straight line to save my life. It's an extra step, but it makes it look prettier when it's all done, and it's actually necessary to make sure I can fit all the lettuce in the row since I'm working with such a limited space. A hammer would be really helpful, but I don't have one, so I make do with another stake. I'm resourceful that way. I could go to the shop and get one, but why do that? Now I'm ready to dig holes and put the lettuce in. Mike made me an 8-inch stick that I can use for my spacing between lettuce heads. This little garden hand tool that I have here is one of my favorites. I've had it for years, and I use it to dig a majority of the holes when I transplant. I'm going to dig a bunch of holes before I start transplanting. This is how I like to plant. I dig as many holes as I can without having to move myself and all my stuff that I always have to drag along with me when planting, and then I go back and place the seedlings in the hole. But please, transplant in whichever way works best for you. Okay, so now I'm just going to gently take the lettuce seedling and the plug out of the tray, and then I'm going to carefully remove the seedling from the plug. For this type of plug, I find it easiest to push up from the bottom. This pops the seedling out very gently and keeps the roots intact. I love it when you get the first look at the roots of a seedling. You can definitely tell if your plants are healthy from the roots. There should be several roots visible, and they should be bright white. If the dirt ball is totally covered in roots, then they are root bound and should have been planted earlier. These look about as perfect as you could get. I'm very happy with how healthy the lettuce looks from top to bottom. Now I'm going to place it in the hole and very gently surround the root ball with dirt. I will give the dirt a little push to make sure that the seedling will be held in place. Now just rinse and repeat, 205 more times. Okay, we're all finished. All the salanova head lettuce seedlings are in the ground. The spacing worked out great. I had 1 extra hole. It always pays to have a plan before putting plants into the ground. Before I call it a day, I will give the lettuce a little sprinkle of water, then place water bottles in the row that I already have filled with water. Flexible hoops go in for the floating row cover to rest on, and then the row cover gets pulled over, and all the lettuce gets tucked into bed for the night. Between now and harvest, the lettuce will grow into big, beautiful heads. We have 4 different varieties, 2 green varieties and 2 red. Every morning, if it's sunny, I will take the row cover off, and every night I will put it back on. I imagine that every 2 to 3 days, the lettuce will need more water. As our outside temps get warmer and the temps continue to climb in the tunnel, I will have to water more often. Lettuce, radishes, and spinach are always one of my favorite things to grow. They're often the first things that are harvested from the garden, and I look at them as a sign that there's more to come, and soon the vegetables will be plentiful. I'm excited for fresh salad even earlier this year with our high tunnel, cold weather growing techniques that we're using. I also can't wait to share the harvest with my local customers. Homegrown lettuce is seriously so much different than the store lettuce that you purchase. So, if you can, grow your own. It can be done in a pot or in a kitchen window really easily. Or, if you can't grow your own, get to know a local farmer like myself and help support local food. Market farmers wouldn't exist without the support of our communities and our loyal customers, so thank you. Thanks for watching and subscribing. Like us on Facebook for exclusive content and lettuce updates as it grows. I'm Erin, and this is Our Wyoming Life.